So the weirdest thing happened yesterday. Um, I was driving early in the morning to drop my sister off at school. She's 5, and it was raining and it was cold. And it was early in the morning. It was about 7, 7:30, and we were driving, and we got into a huge car accident. A man had drove into us. It was a 4-way stop street, and it was our turn to go. We were driving, and a man hit us from the side. We spun and we hit another car. So yeah, it was pretty bad. I am fine. Everyone's fine, mostly. But the really, really strange thing about this whole event was that before the car hit us, while we were driving, I see a lot of angel numbers. I see a lot of synchronicities, but I never see 7s. So, and now if you know what 7s mean, please tell me what they mean. Every time I Google them, they always say the exact same thing. I don't see 7s at all. I never see 7s. The numbers that I see a lot are 2s and 4s and 1s, but I never see 7s. And when we left home yesterday, Monday, today's Tuesday, I saw the number 777 on like a billboard. And then after the accident had happened, the car had to be taken away. We were all fine, but we had to sit in a man's, we had to stand and sit by a man's car while we were waiting for somebody to pick us up, to take us to the doctor to get my sister's arm checked. A paramedic did come, and he did check her arm, and he said she would have to go for scans to make sure that everything was fine. So there was a paramedic already before that. But after all of that, after everyone was checked and we were all fine, I took my sister and we sat in a man's car, and in the side cup holder was an empty packet of cigarettes. It was a cigarette box, and on the cigarette box it said 777. Now again, I don't see 7s, so it is very strange how I was seeing 7s. Eventually, when a family member came to pick us up to take us to the doctor's, just before we drove into the doctor's office, I saw again 777. And 3 of those times of seeing 777, that was in a span of like an hour. We weren't sitting in the car for that long, maybe 45 minutes, half an hour, I don't know how long. We were waiting for the paramedics, the police, family to come and all of that. I don't think it was that long. I think the shock and everything just messes with time. But it wasn't that long, so it could have been in a span of like an hour since before and after everything. So my sister got her arm scanned. She has to wear a cast, but she's fine. We're all fine. So yeah, on the way home, after everything had happened, I saw 222 while driving back home. And then when we got home, you know, obviously the adrenaline and everything ran out. We were all exhausted, we were all tired, we were all shocked and everything. But we were fine, I was checking up on my YouTube video that I had posted earlier that morning yesterday. And on the progress videos, I was seeing 111 and 333, but like repeatedly 111 and 333. And then later that day, I was pulling tarot cards and oracle cards, and I kept on seeing the protection card over and over again pop up. I kept on shuffling and I kept on pulling, and probably like 5 times in a row, I kept on getting the protection card. So yeah, it's the next day, and you know, seeing angel numbers for me isn't really a strange thing. I always see them, but 7s is not a common angel number that I see. So yeah, this was a very weird thing to occur. Obviously, I'm really glad that I'm okay. Everyone's fine. That was very strange. Yeah. I don't really know why I'm sharing this, but I thought, why not, you know, with all these, the angels were definitely there. Yeah. Thank God everyone's okay and fine. This was really weird, this whole thing. And the strange thing is that this happened in the morning, right? And I wake up around 7. So in the morning, I don't go with my mother to drop my sister off at school. I usually sleep in and only wake up once they've gone. So I wasn't supposed to be in the car when this whole thing happened, because I do not go with them in the morning. But yesterday morning, I had woken up early for whatever reason to post my video. And I decided that, hey, I want to come with this morning. And of course, that is the day that we get into an accident, but I was not supposed to be in the car when it happened. And, you know, going back to the protection card and all of that and all the angel numbers, this whole thing was just weird. Yeah. And and much later yesterday in the evening, I had kept on getting the song in my head, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I kept on getting that in my head. It kept on popping up in my head, and I kept on singing it to myself without even realizing that I was singing it. If you know what 77 means, please tell me. I don't see 7s ever. You know, that that is not my angel number. I see a lot of ones and I see a lot of twos and fours, but never sevens. So if you know, please tell me. And I do not have a bump or scratch or bruise on me. Like, I was just unharmed in the whole situation, except for mentally, but physically I'm unharmed at all. My mother's fine. It is just my sister that had to get a cast on her right arm, but I was unharmed. In the whole thing, I was unharmed, and we were hit very, very very, very badly. The car that hit us was driving really, really fast. So it's a real surprise that no one was actually super, super hurt. But yeah, I thought I would share the whole experience. It's not too in depth. I don't really want to go deep into it, but you know, with all the angel numbers and synchronicities, I just thought I might share it. Angels always watching over you, I guess. But it definitely happened for a reason. You know, it's not a coincidence that I was in the vehicle when it happened. And I maybe once every blue moon go with in the morning. So yeah, it was strange. It's just making me kind of but it is making me reflect more on my day, you know, on my life a little bit. Just appreciating everything more, like making these videos. I'm really glad that I could make this video. So yeah. I'm untouchable, I guess. Clearly, we always have support and guidance around us. The angel's always around you, I guess. This is your sign to just give up on driving, I think. If you're watching this, this is your sign.